big round of applause. Please be seated. I'd like now to call upon Lauren Slattery, a graduate of the Human Resources Program, to give the valedictorian address.
Thank you, Steve. Wow. This is amazing. I can't believe we've graduated finally. Honored guests, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I am incredibly privileged to be representing this graduating class of 2015. We're graduating today from a variety of programs, and although I may not know all of you personally, if we were to cross paths in the future and learn that we were both alumni of BCIT, we would know what it entailed. It's not just we went to BCIT. We don't just go to BCIT. We grew through BCIT. Not only have we become work ready for our given fields, but we now graduate with the BCIT magic power, the ability to handle seemingly impossible amounts of work, deadlines, and group projects. How many of us have said, exasperated, that we would fail? We couldn't go on. How many of us have cried with frustration? So it's not just me. I have done all those things. I've cried many times. And I know I am not the only one who has developed several new wrinkles on my forehead and is just now beginning to live free from an on-again, off-again eye twitch. Some of us have battled life-threatening illnesses, the loss of loved ones, financial difficulties, or have had to deal with breakups and have persevered to be with us today. I am in awe of you. I can only take such strength that I've witnessed and remember it when I go through such a challenge in my own future. Many of us also manage part-time jobs, raising children, and volunteering our time to organizations both in and out of BCIT. I was recently asked in an interview, what are some major obstacles you have overcome, and how have they shaped your values and direction in life? Everyone has an answer to this question, and here is mine. 9 years ago, I developed a mental illness, which ultimately led to me leaving university. At the time, the shame and sadness I felt seemed hopeless. I could not imagine what my future looked like, as it was too difficult. I hated myself for who I had become and felt so much guilt about the daughter, sister, and friend who I barely was anymore. I was 20 years old and ready to be done with life. Sorry. I didn't mean to actually get emotional. One morning 6 years ago this month, I made a decision to let others help me. This was the single most important decision I have ever made and will likely ever make. I slowly started to replace my sadness with gratitude. Over the last 6 years, my motivation has been fueled by my gratitude for a second chance. It gives me the courage to do things that I never would have thought possible. I remember feeling so elated that I was accepted into BCIT, as due to my past, I had doubts that I would be accepted. This is a testament to the BCIT administrators looking past the paper and into the person. I took this acceptance seriously, so I made a pact with myself to get out of my comfort zone at BCIT. For example, I volunteered to do a public speaking assignment in front of our lecturer instead of a lab. I was shaky and nervous, but did it. No grade is better than the experience of going beyond our comfort zones. I also learned that light blue colored shirts easily show sweat. When we had the opportunity to do it again the next semester, one of my peers, Megan, spoke in front of the lecture for her first time and seemed equally as nervous as I had been. I remember watching her and feeling so happy because I knew how good she would feel after. Students at BCIT aren't just managing 7 to 8 courses at once. We are also trying to find our place socially. It is not easy, even for grown men and women. I made a conscious decision early on to be myself, to never not do something because of fearing what others would think. Judgments I feared, such as, she's a nerd, she's just trying to pad her resume, or she only ever wears leggings, were actually more resemblant of the types of thoughts I used to have about myself those many years ago. I vowed to tackle BCIT differently. Over the past 2 years, there have been days where I woke up dreading the day that lay ahead. The only thing that works for me is replacing fear of a big presentation or an exam with gratitude. I am grateful I'm a female in a country that has the rights and culture which supports women in their education and careers. I am grateful that I have a mind capable of pursuing a challenging career and a body capable of running to the bus stop when I hit the snooze button a few too many times. I realize we have all faced challenges in life, and I have shared with you today one of my own to hopefully help at least one person in this room overcome a present or future challenge, whatever that may be. As of now, we can all be grateful for the resilience we have developed, the life skills and knowledge acquired, and the friendships we will keep from our time at BCIT. Lastly, we all have at least one person who we turn to for support. Who are the people who made us laugh when we felt nothing but stress? Who are the people who assured us we would end up here today? Who are the people who challenged us to push our capabilities? I can assure you the answer to that last question most definitely includes our faculty. Our loved ones deserve their own graduation ceremony because worse than feeling stress and having an eye twitch is loving someone who is stressed and trying to ignore their eye twitch. The poet Mary Oliver wrote, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Challenges lie ahead, but so do the feelings of accomplishment, integrity, and joy beyond what we can imagine. I am truly proud to be graduating with you fine people. I cannot wait to take off this gown. Thank you and congratulations, graduates of 2015.
Isn't she awesome? Lauren set the goal of elevating the presence and reputation of BCIT's HR management program in the professional community. And she achieved that in part by leading the HRA organization and hosting events. These are just some of the things she's done. Even though she's so modest to tell you, the event included an HR panel, the discussion, keynotes, and networking. The sold-out event that you were worried about profiling yourself for was approximately attended by 90 people with a huge success. That's what she didn't tell us today. Lauren also consistently made excellent grades during meeting these challenges and demonstrated leadership qualities extraordinaire. You worked tirelessly, probably timelessly too, during your time at BCIT to increase student involvement, strengthen engagement, and create a community of professional HR professionals. But I just have to say from the heart, Lauren, you are just so authentic, and I hope that each one of us can be like you as we go forward and meet our respective challenges. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lauren and Kathy.